After shipping our van over to Canada from the United Kingdom, we spent 3.5 months driving all the way across Canada.
If you want to see more of our videos, please check them out on our channel. There's loads to see.
And this week we're going from Whitehorse all the way up to the border with Alaska.
We're Sarah and Ben. Welcome back to Diamonds on Tour.
Today we've been kayaking out here on Lake Labarge, just north of Whitehorse.
You can see how we got on with that in a few weeks' time.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It takes us a few weeks to get back up and back down to Alaska. See what happens when we got back, because Philip over here confessed to us that this is the roughest water he's ever kayaked on Lake Labarge.
He confessed after we finished.
Thanks for the cool ride, Philip.
It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We had a great time.
I've got a few people ask us how we do these shots where you can see it on me and then over to Sarah.
Hi.
And then to both of us.
Hi again.
And then spin it round so you can see the road in front. Well, it's a 360 camera. The camera's not moving at all, but the camera records everything all the time. And then in the software afterwards, you sort of move it around and choose where you want it framed, and you set keyframes. Slight shortcomings with it. It films in 8K resolution, but that is all the way around, and you never use the picture, all of the picture. You can, but you get really weird effects like this. So when you zoom in on a particular area, it's obviously way less than 8K. And the shortcoming of that is that if you zoom too far in, it goes really blurry and pixely. And it's the 360 camera that we also use for these sort of shots, these kind of reveal things, because the clever little magic that's worked inside the camera makes the selfie stick disappear. So although it looks, you can see that I'm holding something in my hand here, you can't see the stick. So if I stand a little bit more like that and hide it, then it's hopefully a bit more obscured. Anyway, it's how we do these reveal shots where we can turn the camera around and you can see what I'm looking at. And this is a little taster. This is Ben from the future in about 5 weeks' time after the video that you're watching, because our videos are a few weeks behind time. And this is where we are in about 5 weeks' time from this video. So you've got this to look forward to in a few weeks, and I'm not going to tell you where we are. It's a surprise for you to see in a few weeks. I'll take this now, put it in the software, and show you how we do it afterwards.
Bit of Ben geekery.
Yeah, a little bit of camera geek time. What did we call it? Geek time with Ben.
Geek time with Ben. That's a good thing to say.
Right, well, I've got the clips in the software now, so come round and have a look at the screen and I'll show you how we're putting this together. I'll also do a screen recording of this so that it's much easier for you to see. The timeline along the bottom, so you just scrub across and that moves the video across. And then at any point, so if down at the start I decided I wanted it there, you just click on the screen and move it around to wherever you want, and then you press this button which sets that as a point in time almost, and then you can move forwards, and if I say right now I want it to be there, then I can do that, and I can fix the slopey horizon, and then when I play it back, when it reaches that point it turns around and there's the new angle. So that's how from the 360 you reframe everything. And then you can also do things like with pinching and zooming, you can pinch it in and out and all that, and you can do these crazy things like the tiny planet look, which is very rarely usable, but that's one thing you can do. and this one is the sort of sphere thing. So that's it really in a nutshell, how we do the 360 clips of stuff like that. So now we've just arrived at the visitor centre in Whitehorse, so we'll take you back there now. We're having a great time here in Whitehorse. We're staying with my Aunt Dorothy's brother Philip and sister-in-law Lise. They've been so lovely and welcoming, and we really appreciate their patience and all their help and advice. It was also a great surprise that Dorothy was visiting during our stay, so we had a lot of fun exploring Whitehorse together. Lise is an amazing artist, and these stained glass windows are some of her beautiful creations.
We're here by the SS Klondike. She was built in 1937 and worked as a freight ship, mostly moving silver ore. And then 1954 she was a cruise ship for a while, and then she was retired in 1955. It's rather lovely, but she's having some construction work done at the moment. So we are, Dorothy and I, Dorothy, we've come on a little hike, a little walk just up the trail local to where Philip and Lise live, and we've come to see Takini River, which apparently then joins up with the Yukon River, so it's rather lovely. It's quite a nice coolish day at the moment. So it's much easier hiking that way. So have a look at this.
So that big sandbank there,
Yeah.
along the top there are holes for bank swallows.
Oh, can you see any?
Well, I'm looking.
We're here in this coffee shop in Whitehorse, and sometimes a coffee shop's just a coffee shop, isn't it? But there's a couple of little indicators that tell you that we're in the Yukon. One was a bald eagle just flew past the window out there. That's very cool. The other is that up on the list, the menu list of the drinks, they do a discount of 30 cents off your coffee if the temperature outside is below minus 30 degrees C. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere else in the world.
No. Well, still heading west on the Alaska Highway. We left Whitehorse this morning after 3 days there, staying with Dorothy's brother Philip and his wife Lise. What a fantastic few days we had there.
We did.
Tremendous. Whitehorse is a really nice little city, biggest city in the Yukon of course, but we were able to service the van. We've done an oil change and checked all the brakes and got a new set of tyres because the old ones were shot. what else did we do? We had a great time, didn't we?
We did, yeah. We did some walking, some hiking up a hill, mountain, whatever it was. And we spent some time just being sociable.
Yeah, had a look in the city.
Lots of nice meals from Lee's.
Yeah, fabulous.
Great.
Really cool time. So now we're heading towards Alaska. In 2 days we'll be crossing the border, fingers crossed, and spending a couple of weeks there. Our plan is to spend 2 weeks in Alaska and then leave Alaska via the top of the World Highway, which takes us down towards Dawson City, and then turn left and go up the Dempster Highway to Tuktoyaktuk. But a bit like when we left Jasper, we're having to keep an eye on the wildfire news because there are travel advisories for the top of the World Highway. So we'll see in a couple of weeks whether we can actually do that journey or not.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that we can.
Yeah, I hope so. But if not, we'll find another way around
we'll work
it.
something out. Do something else.
Yeah, probably come back to this area, won't we? I suppose.
Yeah. Now the service, the van had done 10,000 miles since its last service, so it was really time for an oil change. The oil, and this takes 11.5 litres of fully synthetic oil, cost $248. So it's not cheap, probably even more expensive because Whitehorse is a fairly remote city, and the oil filter was another $48. So basically $300 for the oil change, and that was doing it myself.
It's a good job you did it yourself.
It is a good job I did it myself, because to add workshop labour cost to that would have made it even more. But it's one of those things you've got to do. I think the cost of not doing an oil change is going to be way more than that because it destroys your engine. So $300 for an oil change, and the tyres were $1,800 for a set of 4. We went for the KO3, the BF Goodrich all-terrain KO3, which
we didn't. I had no. Ben chose them. I had no say in the matter because I know nothing about tyres.
Yes. So anyway, we'd been very, very happy with the KO2s. Absolutely fantastic on snow and ice, and really good in every respect. The KO3s are supposedly even better on snow and ice, and they say they're quieter. And we can say for absolute certain they're way quieter than the previous tyres were.
Yes, I agree.
I think the previous tyres got more noisy as they got older.
Yeah.
I don't know whether as the tread wears away that it reveals a harder compound or something, but they were making quite a bit of noise towards the end of their life. So it's lovely to have this nice quiet ride now. And so far they feel probably more comfortable as well over the
bumps.
The bumps on the road.
Yeah, they do. Definitely do.
Yeah, a brand new set of very expensive tyres, which will hopefully see us good up into the Arctic in the next few weeks.
And beyond.
Yeah, and way beyond. About 137 miles from Whitehorse now on the Alaska Highway, and this is Kluane Lake. It's a huge Great Lake up here in these beautiful mountains, and we're going to be camping this evening at the side of the lake at a park up another 5 miles or so up the road. A really stunning place. High sheep activity.
Great.
Does that mean the tallest sheep are active?
Or they're up high, or it's quite amazing.
massive trailer.
God, it is, isn't it?
I think it's actually camper at the front and carrying animals in the back.
Oh, yes. Could be.
I would say by the look of those doors. Oh, how's this for a park up? On the shores of Kluane Lake on the Alaska highway. We've got about a 2.5 hour drive today, which is going to take us up to just before the border, and then first thing tomorrow morning we're going to be crossing the border into Alaska. But just for now, let's just take in the incredible peace that we've got just here. What a stunning place. Let's go down and see the water. Look at that. That water is absolutely crystal clear. This lake, I'll need to check, but I think it's about 10 miles long. And it's fed from the glaciers, which are over that way. The mountains which have got a cloud on them at the moment. There's a huge glacier field over there that goes across into that little arm of Alaska that sticks down the west coast of Canada, just down there. But what a place. There's Sarah, drinking a cup of tea. I'm going to get the drone out. This is absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It's stunning, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to spend the night here on the banks of the Kluane Lake. It was a lovely park up, really, really pretty, and so quiet. I'm not even sure anybody went past us in the night.
No.
Fabulous. So, and now we're onward. This lake goes on for quite a few miles. I'm not sure how many, but it goes on and on and on. So we'll be driving alongside it for quite a while, and then heading a bit further towards the Alaskan border, where we'll spend one more night in Canada before we pop over to Alaska. That's about right, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
We learned yesterday that there are, in the Yukon, there are, I think it was 290 moose for every one elk.
It's just staggering, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
Because you don't see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that means there are 290 moose and one elk.
Yeah, maybe that's about it. In the whole of this area.
In the whole of the territory.
In the territory, that's it. Amazing.
No, I think there's more than that, but there's just so much forest and inaccessible land that you really are lucky to see something at the roadside. Right, quick top up with fuel here at Destruction Bay.
Fazgaz.
Yeah, we hardly really need any. We're only one little mark underneath full, but
Look at all the stickers.
on the basis that you never quite know where you're going to get it next, we might as well fill up. These pumps have been here quite a long time.
Yeah, haven't they? Yeah, it's $1.99. So.
$1.99 a litre.
Please prepay inside.
Well, they say every day's a school day. I've just learnt something new about a Mercedes Sprinter dashboard. But when you set your trip counter thing, when you're on a big trip, it resets to 0 when you pass 10,000 miles. So we have done 10,003.5 miles now. So that's cool. Just our last leg in Canada before we enter Alaska, and we've clocked over 10,000 miles. Well, this was our park up last night, small lay-by at the side of the road, and we're starting now the first leg of today's journey, which is incredibly short because we're leaving Canada and going into Alaska, and that right there is the Canadian border post. So we've got about 200 metres from the park up to the Canada border, and as we approach, I'm going to turn the camera off and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, well, it turns out there's absolutely nothing to do at the exiting Canada thing. You just drive straight through. So we've now got 30 kilometres of this bit after you leave Canada before you enter the US. So we're going to leave this video here with the tension of not knowing whether we're going to get into the US or not.
Oh no.
So come back next week and see whether we're in Alaska or not.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.